I think it came out before John and I started dating.
Did it? I don't think so.
Did it? Maybe I just thought he wouldn't like it, so I was just like, ugh, I'll play with somebody else.
We definitely read this one already, but it's just opening it really quick. Mostly just to, like, pause.
I don't remember it, but most of the notes are very not memorable.
Yeah, it's true.
Anthony just sent me this.
On Flopotron.
Have you seen the Flopotron videos? It's, basically someone made this machine that uses a bunch of floppy disks to make music.
That's cool.
It's really cool. It's really, like, industrial sounding, almost. I'll show you the video later.
Okay.
Certainly.
Oh, so hello. This dude is here. This is not supposed to be happening, but it is.
This is why our flashlight is
blinking.
blinking.
So
that's like the only way to tell there's monsters nearby.
He's-
These guys are kind of quiet.
Yeah, something's going on, but
He's
it's glitching for sure.
yeah.
Okay. Trying to get caught up to where we were last time. Turn the left. Let's see. Retrace your steps and take a right once you're outside of the tunnel. You'll find a vault door. Now it's freaking out because of the water monster. That's right, you're supposed to turn this first.
I don't know what this was supposed to be. I never understood what this was.
It's like opening this other side. I don't know.
Everything's supposed to be like
Yeah. Okay. You run to some sort of pigment holding cells, proceed through the last door on the left. Oh no, am I late? No, you're good. But hi, Anthony. No, we literally just
Anthony.
started.
Yeah, we were slightly late. Since you're here, I finally unpacked the Legend of Zelda
whoa,
DS
that's
case that you
cool.
got for me. And I'm using it now.
That's cool.
It has a dorky little stylus with the Hylian shield on it. And this goes with the Pokemon version of this case. There's a Sun and Moon one, and he has one of these.
That's
John
cool.
does.
Oh, that's right. I've seen that. I've seen him have that before.
I don't have a lot of loose games, so I have like 3 here.
What do you have with you?
I have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explore the Time.
I haven't played that one.
Professor Layton in the Diabolical Box, and then Yoshi's Island, yes. I could put the rest of my games in there, but then they wouldn't be in their box.
Yeah.
And then my DS has Animal Crossing in it, but I've mostly been using my DS to play Pokemon Red, which I got on the store.
Yeah.
I also don't know where my Animal Crossing case is at the moment. I'm sure.
Oh, really?
I'm sure I could. It's in with my stuff somewhere.
It's somewhere, yeah. Oh, yeet. Yeah, that thing's cool. Yeah, it is.
Animal Crossing, of course. Shut up, Anthony. I haven't played it in months. It's just in there because I don't know where the case is.
New one's coming out. I'm excited to play that. Josh is like, I am not gonna buy that.
We all know this.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was about to say exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna be like, I'm not gonna buy it. He's like, I want to, but I don't think I should. What's gonna happen is he's gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna buy it. And then it's gonna
be
come
some,
out.
like, collectible thing
Yeah.
or something that he's like, well, I have to buy it now, and then he's gonna play it.
No, what I think is gonna happen is he's not gonna buy it, and then, I will, because...
And I will, and
Yeah,
John will,
like-
because
like
all
every-
of his friends are gonna get it except for no one.
Yeah,
because
like-
it's on Switch.
everyone's gonna get it, and then Josh is gonna be like, oh no, and then he's gonna see people playing it and like see it online and stuff, and then he's gonna buy it.
Alright.
Unless he has willpower, in which case, respect. I just sent you a sick Animal Crossing meme. Let me see.
Animals when you're rude to them in New Leaf. Haha, you're such a kidder. Oh well, have a good day. Animals when you're rude to them on GameCube. Haha, it's funny how much of an ugly bitch you are, you absolute degenerate. Smiley face. I'm going to take everything you love. Do you know that? You'll never be shit. You're going to die alone in the woods with no one around to even hear your last words. Smiley face. I can see Whitney saying that.
That's the only Animal Crossing I've never played. It's the GameCube one. I played the others, but I haven't played. Okay, so
I
this
played
is where
the original a little bit at Noah's house once. And by played, I mean I watched Noah freak out because he had weeds everywhere in his town while he pulled weeds for like an hour, and then he showed me like his museum and stuff.
You're like, wow, this game is great. Was that before or after you played New Leaf?
This was after. It was like well after.
Okay, so I wasn't sure. I was
he
like,
had me come
was
over
that the first
so
time
he
you
could show
ever?
me. I have never played any of the other ones
accurate.
except for New Leaf.
New Leaf's the best one for sure.
Yeah, it's on a rolling pin.
Yeah.
I think
all of them are except for the original.
It had a really
one.
neat design, which like appealed to me a lot. Like it still looks good. Like it's.
It does. I think they all still look good. The one that I think looks the worst, to be honest, is Wild World, the original DS one. But that's the one that that's probably the one I've played.
Like I'll still go back and play Animal Crossing, but I have to like set it so that nobody will like move away in a certain. I have to plan to like put it down for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually did the last time. I think I was playing Animal Crossing for a while, and then like stuff came up like school or work or something, and I didn't know about it. So, because it got to a point where like I kept letting villagers move away to try to get Rudy back, and then I just like gave up.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I remember that. Now I'm just gonna try to like get to a point where I'm happy with like my villagers or whatever. Or just keep cycling out villagers so like I'm willing to like let leave.
I dragged myself.
GameCube is best. Hook up your GBA to the GameCube to go to the island. Haha, paywall. Nintendo knew.
You never even played New Leaf, so how would you know if it's
That's how
actually
Noah.
best or
That's
not?
how Noah is. He's like, the GameCube was the best one. It's like, oh, that's also the only one you've played, Noah.
There is in fact no paywall with New Leaf.
There's not a paywall in any of them, to be honest, except for maybe that one, the GameCube one. But played the DS one a lot too. Yeah. The DS one, Wild World, is the first one that I played, and I played it a shit ton. I'm sorry, I'm following the walkthrough, so we don't fucking
sit here for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And run around in circles.
Yeah.
Also, I did see you sent me the Flopotron link. I will watch it later with Clarke, so he can watch it with me.
Colin might be here later, but I'm not sure. So how's Red Dead 2?
I've only played like a couple hours. I played.
John's been playing like a madman.
Yeah, he played like all day yesterday.
Yeah.
I would have played all day on Friday, but there's a Halloween event in Destiny, so I was trying to like get my stuff done, and then I didn't. So I played the night that I got it. I like waited for it to download because I didn't have to get up the next day, and played like. I watched like the opening cutscene. And then like the first like few hours of the game, basically a playable cutscene.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it starts really fucking slow.
It's pretty slow, but the first Red Dead's like that too, to be fair. It's
Yeah.
it's setting you up. It's like, here, go do things. At least there's no annoying barn lady you have to appease.
I don't remember. So
There was this like, I thought she was super fucking annoying. This girl who's like this supposed to be this Southern belle, like daughter of the owner guy. About
I know, but this fucking water sucks.
Yeah.
God damn it! This is what happened last time. Okay, let me see something. Quickly up the ladder. It says to the left, up the short staircase. Is this gonna... No, I think this is where I fell. So the thing is, I can't tell if... You're supposed to climb up a ladder when you're done with this whole segment. And I can't tell if this is the ladder it wants me to climb up, or... Oh! No.
Good game design.
Well, that probably just means they don't want me going down there. Oh, and now it put me in a different spot. Great. Whenever you have to drop a ladder down like this in something, my first thought is always like, God, if that landed on your head, fucking just kill you.
It's true. Well, it depends on how far down it's gonna be. If you're standing directly under it, like,
Yeah. So now I have no
What were we talking about?
fucking idea where I am. I was talking about Red Dead.
Oh yeah. So you watch like the first cutscene, which is a decently sized. Like it's fairly long. It's like an opening thing, kind of explaining, giving you some idea of like what had just happened like previously. But you're left to kind of like figure out what these characters like are running from, basically. And you have to go do basically a playable like cutscene where you go do a thing. I don't know if you're planning on playing the game or not.
Actually, yeah, I got it today.
Oh, okay.
I got it for free from my brother.
So you play through this walkthrough, and it's teaching you how to shoot and stuff. And then you go do, like, I did, like, the first official mission, in which case you go back to town and you have to do, you can choose to do one or the other of, like, two things. Like, you do both of them, but I did one of them, or it's more teaching you how to shoot, but, like, it teaches you how to use a bow, because that's a thing in this game, which wasn't a thing in,
The first one?
In the first one, there was no bow, which they added, like, a feature where, like, if you use a gun, it'll scare the animals off. So the bow is quieter, so it's for, like, hunting.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I played. I was gonna play after work on Saturday, and then I was so exhausted that, like, I basically came home, ate dinner, and then went to bed. And then I was gonna play today, but John and I basically got up, I took a shower, and then, we got rid of more of the boxes in our room, because we're actually trying to, like, go through everything and, like, put things where they go.
Yeah.
So it was mostly unpacking his Pokemon stuff, some of it, like his little collectibles and stuff, and,
Sorry, continue. I didn't mean to. I think I just realized where I am.
and all our amiibos. I think it's all of them now we have out.
Nice.
He has a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Because he has most of the Smash ones.
As I say, I think
He has
we have either about the same, or I might still have a little more.
He has most of the Smash ones. He has the special wedding Mario ones.
Yeah.
He has all of the Mario Party ones, all of the Animal Crossing ones, and all of the, like, Legend of Zelda ones. He has a Chibi Robo. He has Solaire. He has from the Dark Souls one that just came out. He has a Mega Man one that just came out.
I want that one so bad.
He has the Kirby ones. He has the special like pixelated like Mario ones.
Yeah.
And the Link one. He has the Metroid ones. And
He has some Animal Crossing ones, right? Well, I know
he has
you
all,
do.
he has all of the Animal Crossing.
Sorry.
I feel like Chibi Robo. Oh, he has a giant Detective Pikachu one.
Oh yeah, me too. We all bought that one at the same time.
I was going through the Smash roster because I was organizing them by how.
Oh, I like that emote.
I was organizing them by like how they appear on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
He's missing Mario, Luigi. Well, we're missing Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Mii Fighter, Lucina. DDD.
Like all three of the Mii Fighters?
Yeah, all three of the Mii Fighters. We don't have King Dedede. He doesn't have an out-of-box Lucas. He has Lucas, but he doesn't want to take him out of the box.
Yeah.
We don't have Sheik. We don't have DK or Diddy. We don't have Rosalina.
Rosalina's a fucking... I don't know about now, but it was hard to find.
We don't have Dark Pit or Palutena.
Palutena, when she first came out, was the biggest bitch to find.
That's what you're saying. We don't have Roy. We don't have female Corrin.
Those are all... Female Corrin's a hard one to find, too. Does he have both Clouds?
He does have both Clouds. I was surprised.
The Cloud ones are
we
so
don't have
cool.
Red Rob.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
regular Rob. We don't have Golden Mega Man.
That one's kind of... That one you can only get by getting the Mega Man Legacy Collection on 3DS with like the Amiibo Collector's Edition. I literally got it mostly just for that Amiibo.
Well, he doesn't have Captain Falcon or Roy. Not Roy. I said Roy already.
Ryu.
We have one version of Villager, so we don't really need any of the other ones.
Yeah.
We don't have Wii Fit Trainer.
That one was a hard one to find too. The one that I spent the most money on was still the original Villager to see a... Oh yeah, he has Bowser Jr. because he loves Bowser Jr.
He has Bowser Jr. He loves Bowser Jr. The only Mario ones we have are Bowser Jr. and Yoshi. That's it.
I remember that.
But some of the Mario ones are pretty easy to find. I'm probably just going to start looking at work because in the electronics section, stuff goes on sale all the fucking time.
Plus, they'll probably start selling a lot of them again with Smash Ultimate coming out.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're doing new ones for old fighters.
I think they'll do new amiibos for the new fighters.
They
we'll
are.
probably buy them.
Yeah.
Because combined with all our amiibos...
I think I have 0 amiibo.
No, but you have bought 3 amiibo for me, so...
I have over 80 amiibos last time I counted. And I haven't really bought any in quite a while, so...
It was funny just because some of the ones that I had, because either you gave them to me or someone else gave them to me, he's just like, oh yeah, I don't have this one. I'm like, oh, so that's fine. So, we're starting to, like, find our stuff that we have, like, doubles of, like, DS games and Amiibo. Trying to sell them.
So, when I went on that ladder before, and I died, it's because I had to lower the water yet. So
Oh.
that's why. I was gonna say, I feel like I'm just not supposed to do it. Yeah, I wish. I like that guy. The guy that did a walkthrough for Dark Descent, by the way. My Snapchat?
Yeah.
So, I could just tell you this.
Okay. I'll still watch it.
Right, yeah. They just came out on the same day. So, on Friday, My Hero came out. Obviously, Red Dead came out. But also, they released a pack on PS4 that it's like download only. That's Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Also, we just finished the part from last time. Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Castlevania Rondo of Blood, which Rondo of Blood is hard to find. And I think it's... nice, dude. Bought a Peach amiibo for like $4. No.
They just came in to promote their channel and then left.
Yeah, that's really cool. Bought a Peach amiibo for like $4 and traded for a $20 Magic card once. And so I was looking at the trophies because Sean Conran was playing it. And I was like, oh, I want to get this. And I was talking to somebody else about it the other day. And so I was looking at the trophies, and there's a trophy in Symphony that also, almost every trophy in that collection is for Symphony of the Night. There's like almost none for Rondo of Blood. And I guess there's a succubus boss in Symphony of the Night. And when you beat it, or you can like rip it in half when you fight it, and the trophy for it is called You're Tearing Me Apart, Lisa.
That's really
and I was
funny.
like, yeah. Into the Narrow Corridor is what the walkthrough is about to say. Go for it.
March 15th, 1899. Curled into my bunk, all sick and sweat-ridden, they clean my room about me, but I can only hear the voice from within that gentlest of stones. It sings to me, and I dream of a great machine. We will build a new world from the ruins of the old. We will plant flowers in the rotten rib cage and let them grow to hold the sky from falling. I remember how it whispered to me as we rolled sick and heaving, and I remember when we pulled into Southampton and we both wept, for it was every bit as much a desecration as had been sung to me. And then we came to London, and I set it upon the mantelpiece and went into the house and gathered the servants and set on recrafting them. And then I went into the garden and buried those tiny shadowed skulls under the weeping bulges of the rhododendrons. I have no idea what this guy is talking about.
I don't either. I also wasn't listening, to be fair. But,
Who did you trade a Peach amiibo to? And for what $20 magic card?
it was you. You just don't remember it.
I don't have a Peach amiibo, so that's not...
He stole it back from you later.
Was there something over there? I thought I saw something.
There was the note.
Maybe it was just like the crossing off.
Yeah.
I thought I saw something.
Oh, here it is. This is definitely what I want to go through.
Yeah, this looks fun. It looks like darker than last time.
It's possible. Okay, so these ones I read, but I'm just gonna... We've read already, but... Okay, this one we have not read.
The Heart of Mission. And when they first said, Daddy, my heart was molten as if blood frozen upon the ground were held to the sun to thaw and slop. And they were inseparable. Gross. And they were inseparable, always together, one soul and two bodies. And my love was all-consuming. I would die for you, I whispered to their sleeping faces. I would kill. I would set this world to ruin to protect you. I have fought through dark tunnels, great engines, the foulest of beasts. I have set my covenant and drained this flood, and I am come for you now, my darling boys.
What would you do if one night, when you were a little kid, right, your dad was like putting
Garrett.
you to sleep?
Oh yeah, Garrett is a shithead.
It was Garrett the Goat, and it was in Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, when BFZ was in Standard, and it was $20. Yeah.
I think you told me about that, and I just forgot about it.
What would you do when you're a kid, right? You're like a little kid, and your dad's putting you to sleep, right? And right before he's like, "Good night, Ronnie," and then he goes, he looks at your face and he says, "I would die for you," and he says all this. What would you say? Would you be like?
I would probably just pretend to be asleep.
You'd be like, "Wow, no, he knows you're not asleep. He's like tucking you in."
I would just be like, thanks.
You can be like, "Thanks, Dad. That's
Stop!
thanks." Oh, you actually scared me. I was like, "What?"
No, I want to read what it says.
I've played a lot of Circle of the Moon and like no other Castlevania games. I have played
Circle the Moon Druid?
Circle of...
That's a
Goku.
path you can take if you play a druid in D&D.
Yeah.
Fine. Die for me, Daddy. Ew.
Okay, I'm at the bottom of the stairs.
What now?
When you reach the bottom, enter the rod control room to the right. Oh yes, here it is. Guess it wasn't at the bottom yet. Might be. Huh, sorry, gamers.
Came then to London, and you set me upon a mantelpiece, and then you went into the house and gathered the servants, and we said, you and I
Excuse me.
crafting them, and Free your stinking madness to spare the new world you have created for us all.
Oh, this is phone guy that's been talking to you this whole time. But he doesn't have a name.
No, I know. It just sounds funny.
This is phone guy, and then... but what he just said was literally that letter that I just read.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was basically the same thing. I'm like, who is this?
I like this part of you hear the music.
This is my mission.
The part, yeah, pretty much. It says, enjoy the ominous music.
This is just... I want to know, like, what's going on, like, plot-wise. Like, the rest of the game is pretty unimaginative, I think.
Yeah.
It's basically just descend into the machine to find your children, which you're not sure are alive or not.
This is just Undertale.
There's Sans.
Undertale 2, Sans' Quest.
Oh dear God. Dear Christ, what is this place?
That's you.
I think so.
Character doesn't
It only took me
say
till
things
chapter
out loud very
10
often.
to fucking...
I think he says something on the phone later. But
earlier.
maybe not, I don't know.
I don't remember. It just makes me think of a part in Resident Evil 4.
What happens in Resident Evil 4?
To be honest, it doesn't
So
even...
what could happen?
To be honest, it doesn't even look like this. For a second, it looked like this, like, room in Resident Evil 4 where you, like, fall down a trash chute. And then you land on these regenerators, which are really creepy. And then Ashley's like, ew, what is this thing? And Leon's like, come on, we gotta go. And he's like, come on, get off now.
Ew, what is this thing? And what? Oh, regenerators?
Yeah, they're creepy looking, I'll show you.
Regenerator and MTG. I saw that for a second.
Yeah, I saw that too. These are them.
Oh, they're scary.
Yeah, they are. And when you enter a room with them, and like, as soon as you enter a room, if they're in the room, you can hear their breathing, and you're like, oh god. They make this like, I don't even know how to do. It's like, and they're like snorting, even though they don't seem to have nostrils. And they're also annoying because they're exactly what you think what their name implies. You shoot limbs off of them, and they'll regenerate them. So they're like bullet sponges. But the one this is like the one she lands. One of these ones that she lands on. Then there's these ones that are like the same, but they're called Iron Maidens. Now. And they look like this, and they got spikes all over. And if you get too close, the spikes will come and stab you. Yeah, they're really cool. Like this. Yeah. It's fucking scary. This is from game from 2004. Okay. Enter the rod control room. You'll come into the last phonograph. It's the new Star Wars movie. The last
And they
phonograph.
feel no pain. The process is completely humane. Humane, Professor? That we judge the acceptable level of suffering by the human condition. Ask the beggar, Professor. Ask the orphan. Ask the whore. Ask the starving, Professor. The weak, the sick, the filthy. Ask them to define your humane.
Flip all of them to the left, but you notice that switch 3 won't move. This isn't switch 3, you fucking idiot. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, that's weird. Now it... I definitely just flipped 3 and 6 wasn't moving. Oh, okay.
You can force it, but it won't.
Go
actually
around the
stay.
left corner, down the ladder, and make your way to the bottom. Dude, that's where we started from, but now we're here. What ladder do you speak of, my friend? My friend, I don't see any ladders, only minis, my friend.
So for the longest time, I thought you and John saying that was like from some sort of video or something.
No, it's just some
and then
random...
it was either you or John told me about like the actual story.
No, it's just some Indian dude at a gas station.
And I told Anthony about it. He thought it was really funny. So we'll say that to each other sometime.
I think it's funny that that's literally just some random thing that happened to me one day. Now, like, a bunch of my friends say it. God damn it.
Well, because you say it, you guys can say it all
I
the
know.
time. What do you
I know, I
expect?
just feel bad for this random Indian dude that I've made him into a fucking joke in my friend group.
We just can't
I,
say
like,
it if
don't
we
even-
ever go to this.
I don't even remember what he looks like. Open the hatch.
Clarke, it's racist. You can't say it.
It's not racist if it's funny.
Danger, Compound X. I couldn't read the rest of it, so I
sorry.
don't know what it says.
I missed it, which thing? That's a lot of minis, my friend.
I told you about that, right?
I'm
Hi,
back.
John. Stop with the concede!
John never stopped. Yes. John, you know what's funny? I was curious. So, I was playing My Hero One's Justice with Josh yesterday. And, you know, the game's brand new, so I looked up a tier list, but, you know, the game's brand new, so it's very bound to change. It's just interesting. I like hearing that kind of thing, you know. I just think it's fun to look at. And interesting to think about. And I'm maining Todoroki, because at first I kind of wanted to main Tokoyami, but I don't... He's fun, but he feels so slow. And then I found out that Todoroki is currently ranked as the best character in the game. And I was like on a call with Josh, and he's like, fuck you. He's like, first Cloud, now Todoroki. And I was like, whatever, I didn't know. I just think he's fun. And you know how we were like, oh man, I think Tomura Shigaraki is like really good. He's, oh yeah. Or like, I think Shigaraki's really good. He's currently listed as the worst character in the game. So I was like, oh. I guess we were wrong. But again, who knows? It could vary. That list could wildly change a week from today. Because it's so new that it's all very... Like when Smash 4 first came out. Well, not when it first came out, but early on in Smash 4's life cycle, Wii Fit Trainer was like number 2 on the tier list. And now she's like mid-tier at best. Enter the room. Now flip the switch and all the rods will be in place. Go back to the catwalk where the elevator is. I just totally lost where it was. And take the stairs up. Okay. Wait, no, this is not. No, this is right. This is right. If it's not, it's easily fixable. We haven't read either of these, so.
Final answer 7. The bastard has been here too. This is the epicenter of his meddlings. This is where it began, and this is where it will end. I will seek the source of this obstruction, and then I will render this sabotage impotent once and for all.
Which one is Todoroki? Todoroki's half fire, half ice. He's Sasuke.
Ignition control. Now to find the ignition control to start the machine once more. Elated, I stride forth upon these catwalks. I'm coming, my darlings. I have almost saved you.
People might not know how to use him yet. That's why he's bottom tier. Yeah, that's very possible. Oh, also, John. This is... I mean, for anybody, but when I saw this news, I thought of you. Twitch is implementing a thing now where, like... You know how... For subs, for, like, this 12-month sub badge, or, like, the 1-year sub badge, and John has the 3-month sub badge, you have to do it in a row. Like 3 months in a row of subscribing to get the sub badge, but now they're changing it. So like, let's say you subscribed 1 month a year ago, and then 1 month like 6 months ago, and then now it combines to 3 months, and it just keeps adding up. And I don't think it's active yet, but at 1.2, like, let's say you've been subscribed for 5 months, and you won't get the next badge until 6 months. You still won't have the next badge. But if someone puts the cursor over it, it'll say 5-month subscriber instead of 3. Stuff like that. And also, if you have been subbed for like a unending period of time, it'll be like, you're on a 14-month streak and stuff like that. Fuck yeah, so I'll have the best badge first. No. Colin has the best badge. Both Colin and I have the best badge. I like just got the best badge because I just hit the... We just hit the... like, being able to have subscribers for a year, so. And obviously I'm going to have it first, because it's just default. I have it. Okay, so this is... Take the stairs up. Okay, which way? Oh, I think was blocked.
Quickly.
Well, they're talking, so.
Air is thin. Their little faces tell no madness. They suffocate. They suffocate.
My son! Please, I wish to see your face. So we can have a symphony of skin.
Now, madness. Set them free. Set them all free.
Okay. I'll be setting them free now. Oh no! Like,
I was
yeah, I was.
wait until the red light of the other lever turns green, then push it.
Then betrayal.
I rise. I rise to bleach the sky and still the water. I will spin the world wheel and set the future upon the path to redemption. Where are my children?
No, you're not.
You promised me my children. My time is come. More pig. More pig.
Boys,
There he is. Oh, that's my
Boys.
children.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ew. Oh, they're like the little kids from Deadly Premonition. They just Nazi salute?
No.
Actually, this is in the 1800s, so probably not.
I think they're supposed to be like pulling something out of their jackets.
Oh, yeah, they just pulled their hearts out, I think. Don't the
Bandit
kids,
Saboteur.
fucking
Returning from
stupid
Mexico,
ass
struck again
kids.
by London's filth, the squalor, the miasma, the rot. Should cut free the dead flesh, allow this wound to heal anew.
Fucking dumbass kids. Don't they know that you need those to live? Fucking serves
So I'm
them
guessing
right.
his kids are dead, maybe? I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
Spoilers, he was dead all along. I just made that up,
Betrayal.
but I love that. Go around the right corner and go through the doors. Don't tell me what to do. Daddy. Yes!
And, emerging, I raised my head to an uncaring
Oh, now
sun,
I'm talking for
and I
myself since the
cursed
other two
this
betrayed
world
me.
of Pain and despair. This civilization built on the ricketed bones of the unfortunate, on the greed and swell of mammon and empire. Cradling a stone egg in my jacket, I kissed my children farewell, and I crawled my way home.
That's for my little children out there.
So who the fuck is Fun Guy then? That's
I
what
don't
wanna
know. Not sure. Yo, that's for all the kids out there. I should not have said that.
No, you should not. John, you should quote that.
No, John, please don't. Can I please go faster?
No. Oh God.
Come here, little children.
Well, I feel like that was.
Shingeki children. Oh, that's cool.
Well, there's a thing on the ground.
Oh, was there? I thought it was
Yeah,
just
there's a
masks.
nose.
Oh, was there? Oh, you're right. I didn't even see it because it's so blurry. It's Blurtopia.
29th December 1890. Can a man construct himself anew? Can a man, on realizing who he is and what he has become, tear himself apart down to the bricks and begin again? Are our souls just this, tiny cogwheels and clockwork and intricate machines to serve a function that, upon reflection, we might set to a new task? Can a man, defined by his actions, defined by that which he now finds abhorrent, set to sabotaging this body, his machine, until those children of his soul turn in new motion, and he may awake to a new sun, a new year, a new century with hope in his heart? As I reach my hands to the exposed wires, I ask myself this: is redemption possible for such a creature as I? And if not, then surely better to die amongst my creations than to continue to live as a monster. This guy's very wordy.
It's because he's old.
I'll tell you later, John.
Is that the Thanos car?
Thanos car.
No!
Thanos car. Way to go!
I saw a picture Pokemon Go of like a shiny whale lord,
Yeah.
and it's purple, and it's like Thanos whale. You'll find some controls which you have to sabotage. Sabotage? Sabotage? Warning: steam vents access only at low pressure.
Where are they? Where are my children?
Glad you asked, Landis. You know the answer well enough.
Gotta say, this guy's way more interesting than Daniel. Also, that's a lie. I didn't mean that.
August 31st, 1899. Children really are the most wonderful, useful creatures. The unfortunates from the oh my god. The unfortunates from the orphanage have proven indispensable in cleaning the larger steam pipes. It appears that matter from the yes, child labor. Great.
You'll get bodied, kids.
It appears that matter or debodied. Just all those things. It appears that matter from the slaughtering process may indeed vaporize at source, but drifts like dust through the air and lodges in the pipes, causing them to foul. Periodically, we shut the pressure down and send one of our pixies, okay, is that what they're calling them, into the pipes to scrub the reconstituted fat away. Armed with just a shortened broom, our little explorers venture into the dark. Of course, we can only keep pressure down for a short period, so they must be fast or they risk being trapped and boiled by the superheated vapors when they rush back into the system. Then we will be sending their comrades in afterwards to scrape free the cooling mess. The survivors tell me you can reach all manner of places within the complex through the pipes. I smile, tell them I am so proud, and then feed them to the pigs.
Yes. I'm trying to find this picture that Colin made one time when we were streaming, or when I was streaming. I was streaming Jack and Daxter. I don't remember why, but I was looking up pictures of orangutans. Oh, because someone told me that I was spelling orangutan wrong, and I was like, what? So I looked it up, and then I ended up looking at pictures of orangutans. And then Colin found one. As I was looking through them, there's a clip of it. Colin found one. He's like, that one looks like Thanos. And I was like, oh my god, it does. And then he edited it to look like Thanos even more. Thanos got it. Holding like a border. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Colin edited it even more to look like Thanos. Here it is, Colin's masterpiece that he made one night. Because originally, obviously, this was not purple, but everything else, like,
Although,
he was like, it looks like Thanos.
So is it just he just edited the purple and the glove?
And the glove,
in?
yeah. He had
Everything
purple
else
and the
is
glove. Yeah.
like the face and the eyes look like
Thanos. Don't they look like Thanos?
it
Yeah,
looks like
that's why
Thanos,
he was
yeah.
like, yeah, I should find the clip. Because he was like, yeah. It's like, looks like Thanos. And I was like, oh my god, it fucking does. Alright, I have been replaced. Thanos car. Thanos car in Fortnite. Oh, this one was funny. What? I don't remember what this is. Here it is. This Thanos orangutan looking ass. I don't remember what half of these are. From the hit movie Jurassic World Evolution.
one of those I see is from a Spyro game. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was when we were playing it and it glitched. From the hit movie Jurassic World Evolution. I can't hear it, but I'm sure it's funny as fuck, dude. I'm so funny. Of course. Why isn't it zooming in on him? It's fucking. Oh, that's awesome. Somebody clip that, please. Please clip that. Epic. Oh, hey, look, that's us right now. That's not this one. That's my mom.
No, it's not.
Thanos ape. Exactly. Colin will be sad that we missed him talk. He missed us talking about Thanos. A Thanos gorilla.
Okay, you should probably get the thing off the screen.
It is. It just hasn't. Okay. Sabotage? Pull the fuses out of the machine. No.
Is it not these? No, I guess not.
Oh, maybe it's.
Or the fuse, the canisters, right? Turn around. These.
Okay. He's right.
Whoa. Hold on the lever. Go back into the area to
What are you doing, Peggy? Do you think I
Don't
will
call me
allow
that,
you to
dude.
sabotage me again?
Sabotage?
Children, you are
And then this is down the second ladder.
Down the second
I
ladder.
think it was that. Was it?
There might be. Area to the left. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go down this ladder.
Crouch and make your way through the machines.
Classic.
Is the next part, so.
I don't think I was supposed to go down this ladder. Go back and through the area to the left of the ladder. Fine. Oh, this did not look like something I could go through. I'm assuming this is the second ladder. Psh, ladders? No thanks, dude. I'm too epic. Children?
Will it hurt them?
A cleansing fire always burns, little Mandus, but it purifies and it
It was on the
makes
ground.
Oh, it was like a
Did
teddy
it
bear.
hurt to carve out the fevered flesh? Did it hurt to cut free the gangrenous foot?
Gangrene?
Ask instead this. Can we
This
save
game's
them?
making me gangrene,
When
dude.
did I say that?
This game's making me calm.
That is not me.
No, okay. This game's making me quite floppy. It also, I can't take out my lantern right now for some reason. Neither can I fucking see anything. I think these are pig masks though, yeah. The walkthrough says, walk down the alley of pig masks. I walk this long. Oh.
There you go.
I walk this lonely road. Oh. Can't pick it up.
Why do you keep saying that?
Dammy.
December 1st, 1899. There's a spoon of medicine. What? What? There's
Having
a
medicine in
spoon
a
of
spoon.
medicine?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it says I says.
Oh.
That's. I was starting reading the next part. I'm like, what am I reading? There's a spoon of medicine, I says, and it's a silver spoon. What you did get born holding. Ever so painful for Mummy dear, but grasped so hard it was in a little screaming red fist. What is he talking about? Later you used your spoon to dig a hole in the garden to get all the way to Mexico, and then you did eat worms with your spoon on the way to stay fat. The spoon...
Gotta stay thick.
This spoon was the same you gave your twins, then you used it to dig a hole in their clockwork souls, and you ate up their hearts like soup on the way to keep you fat. Fat little mole, where will you dig next? I asked. You and your little silver spoon made from the silver spine of your children and wrapped in the hair of your dearly departed. Dear sweet Jesus, my darling Lilibeth, what am I become?
Apparently someone that can't construct sentences.
So that was just very strange.
Injecting of pipes.
Betrayed!
Oh!
So it is done. The saboteur was me, and the voice on the telephone was him. But what of us? How do we connect? Surely I cannot be responsible for all I see about me. I cannot remember, I cannot remember. All I can grasp is a moment when the world split into two pieces and the innards of humanity fell from an orifice torn agape into my open, bifurcated heart.
It's hard.
Mandus is the saboteur. It seems that the pressure system is indeed the Achilles heel of this facility. Something I clearly did not realize in my first clumsy attempt at sabotage. If I reroute the steam, I can wreak havoc.
Yes.
Right answers, now I'm so more confused.
Something about a ladder.
This game has Parkinson's.
What'd you say?
I said this game has Parkinson's.
This game?
Is
Oh.
it shaking?
It does. So does the first game. I thought you said the game has particles. I was like,
It does.
it does, but you know, a game has really nice particle effects. Kingdom Hearts.
Being real or...
Yeah, no, I really love particle. Most Square Enix games have nice particle effects. But think of like when you hit things with the Keyblade, it goes.
Oh yeah.
It's really nice. And like the spells, like in Kingdom Hearts 1, when you like seal keyholes and then all the light comes down and falls off, it looks really cool. Especially for like.
I don't know if I said
2002.
this or not. Chris and I are probably gonna stream.
Now you can play the PS4 version instead of the
Yeah, I
shitty
know.
PS2 version, yeah.
The PS2 version was fine.
You didn't think so at the time. The PS4 version's much better. The PS3 version's much better, but the PS4 version's even better.
But you had to understand, I was very frustrated with the game the first time because I didn't really know what I was like.
Yeah. Well, the first game, the PS2 version of the first game is aged like warm milk.
So turn the cheese.
Yeah. John was playing Kingdom Hearts 1, and James and Lauren were in the room. I think you were upstairs, and he was fighting Ursulus, and
Oh God, I hate
I actually
the
ended
one
up doing
fight I
that.
never did that.
Yeah, I did that fight for him too. So I was like, huh.
Okay, I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
If there's more dialogue that I missed, please tell me.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, gamers. After fainting, you'll wake up and go down the catwalk. Opposite to the ladder. Okay. The ladder was right. I just got something. Oh, right mirror. Pull this pipe out. Give me that pipe, boy. Turn left, and left again on the second corner. Uno. Dos. At the end, you'll see a glass panel containing steam. I see it. Grab one of the gears.
You don't have more toilet paper down here, do you?
Oh shit, no I don't. I forgot that I needed to do that. Here, I have 2 notes. Read the notes.
Okay, sure. Escape through the pipes. Is this Mario?
Yeah, this is Undertale.
Marmo?
This is Super Mario Odyssey 2. That game just turned 1 year old yesterday.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Has it been that long? I guess. If in the throes of my evil I sent children into the pipes to clean them, then it seems likely there is another entrance I can use to escape this noxious maelstrom of engines. I will ignore the burning in my nostrils from the fumes of that goddess compound. Godless, it's very different. Compound X that fuels these machines, and I will become the saboteur. I will destroy the pressure system, enabling me to enter the pipes without fear. Pressure regulator. Some form of steam regulator. I'll wager if I disable it, the damage caused by the rushing steam pressure could be catastrophic. Certainly enough to force a temporary stalling of this entire engine. That should cause the steam pressure to drop. Mandus, you clever old goat, I can feel this horror, this grief, this betrayal boil into fury. I will not stand. I will not be downtrodden. If this machine is my heirloom, I am the Overman. Is heirloom like as 2 words something else? Or is it supposed to be heirloom like Heirloom? Is this a typo? I'm gonna look it up. Because this is very... Look at this. There's either a typo or very weird English in here. Because they say heirloom. If this machine is my heirloom, I have the Overman. But it's I don't know. I'm gonna look up, see if there's such a thing as an heirloom. Because I don't know.
Alright, gamers. Open up your gamer juice. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to put toilet paper down here. So how are all you gamers out there doing tonight, huh? Alright, so I need to break this glass. Skidoosh. Skidoosh. Sabotage? Now run to the ladder in the middle. Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh shit, there's a bunch of them! Oh, this isn't gonna be good. Thanos pig. Borger time. Where is he? There's me. Fuck, nah, I can't find it. I mean, I know it's here somewhere. This room's kind of just like a big... Oh, there it is. I see it. I made a little bit of a wrong turn. Not beat. Oh god, that was weird. I don't think that showed up on the capture. My TV like flashed white for a second. Oh god, I can't see. Oh, Jesus. Steam vents. The note just says they hurt. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to get hurt. Now where am I supposed to go? This looks like a dead end to me. Peter time. Pizza time, pizza time, pizza time, pizza time. I'm gonna go ahead and not fall down here. I almost fell. Immediately upon saying that. No! Actually, I think I'm supposed to do this. Pizza time. Oh, yep.
This is what you tried. I will stop you. I will save them. You are too late. It begins. My work has begun. Kill them, my pigs. Kill them all.
We're getting fairly close to the end of the game. We're just now finishing chapter 11, and there's 16 chapters. When we started the stream, I was on chapter 8. The chapters go quick. And not only that, but chapter 16 is basically just... There's like nothing. Chapter 12, also, which is what we're about to do, also looks like very, very short. So anything to save them. I'm literally following the walkthrough step by step because I don't want to fuck up like we did last time. And we are going to be ending the stream just right after. This is going to be a short stream tonight. We're going to be ending the stream just right after we finish this game tonight, so. Burn away the remnants, the parts that will not process, the waste, the offal of your world. They grit the system and stick the wheels to the temple floor. Disgusting. Oh, I got a trophy. The entrails. Emerged onto the streets in Amnesia, a machine for pigs. See, there's only one trophy left. Of just doing the story of this game, I mean. I was apparently crouched that whole time. I think I had to crouch to go through one of the things. Through one of the openings. So yeah, this is going to be a short stream tonight. Probably only like another hour, hour and a half. Get out of the elevator. Oh god. Sorry. Must be a monster. Go through to the right. Walk down the street and turn left when you see the truck. Oh, am I outside right now? Oh, I'm about to be, I think. Oh no, I am outside. Turn left when you see the truck. Oh god.
What have I done?
Oh Jesus. Oh, what does that sound? I like that a lot. Go across the shacks and the yards. Fine.
Madness, I know you are out here. I own this city. I am this city.
No! This is not what I meant! This is not what I meant at all!
This is gonna be a pretty good amount to explain to Ronnie when she gets back. What? So, turn left when you're out of the second shack, which I am. Move, oh, I didn't see this here. Move ahead. Ooh! So there's an opening in a cage to go through. Oh, there's a dead naked dude. I bet that's reused from Dark Descent. What's this say? Oh, that is not what I thought it said. Did I just go in a circle? No, I didn't. Behind the cage. Oh. Keep moving along. Move along like I know ya do. I feel bad because I'm going to have to explain this to Ronnie, but I don't even fully understand what's happening. Like, why this stuff is happening. Hey. Kind of a lot, actually.
Oh.
So,
Shit.
I got a trophy, first of all.
Oh, okay.
So I sabotaged the machine, and then as soon as I did, I was in that room that was like kind of a big rectangle with a bunch of walk pathways.
Yeah.
And I had to make my way back over here and climb a ladder. And when I fully destroyed the machine, a bunch of the pigmen were like around.
Oh.
And so I had to like sprint to the ladder and climb up the ladder. And now I'm outside. I took an elevator and I'm outside. And the dude that betrayed me was like,
Phone guy.
yeah. He was like, get him my piggies, kill him, blah, blah, blah. And so now I'm outside, and the trophy I got was make your way onto the streets and machine for pigs. And so now he was like, he's like, what are you doing, Mandus? This is my city. I run this city, blah, blah, blah. And Mandus was like, no, this isn't what I had in mind at all. And that's basically it.
Like, this isn't what I wanted.
Steam vents. So while I was climbing, after I climbed the ladder, I got hit, and I was like climbing through these pipes to get back to the street. I got hit by steam, so that's
Okay. Steam vents. All about me, the thunder of machinery, the blast of boiling steam. I cannot pass without fear of scalding. I'm a lobster
fisherman
cracked.
lobbies.
My circulation stagnated. My vital motions impeded. The steam will boil my whole unless I can find a way to shut it off.
You can sell them on the Grand Exchange. Into the pipes and out of the engines.
Now quickly through the pipes before the pressure returns and they fill with boiling corrosive steam. I sense the machine snarl itself about me, its unholy, unhuman mind coil and slick and send its dark tendrils through its conduits to repair the damage. I will return to the streets, I will fetch help, and I shall lead the people upon the factory, burn it to the ground, and seal this evil place underground forever.
So that was like as I was taking the elevator up. And that's all I've got.
Who is this guy?
It's Mandus.
He's not Mandus, though.
Oh, like the guy on the phone?
The guy on the phone,
Oh,
yeah,
I
that's
know.
what I want to know. Although I do think it's interesting that it's just like this whole time this whole time, like, on, like, the recordings and stuff, he's been saying, like, this is a world of pigs. We have to, like, raise it to the ground and rebuild it, sort of thing, to make, like, a world of men. And so, but in this, he was, like, experimenting on pigs and, like, made these pig people.
You hear me, Mandus? This is what you planned.
Where's his voice coming
Oh, there it is. He's dropping the title.
He is basically just spitting his words back at him, though.
Yeah.
Streets and alleys. There are too many of these damnations, these beasts loose on the streets. To all have come from the engine rooms. As I emerged, I counted 3 of the damnable pneumatic lifts, which suggests the machine has been planning this for some time. Smuggling routes to the surface all about this neighborhood. If my bearings are correct, beyond the alley I should stand directly over the ignition rooms, and I will wager that if I find a pneumatic there, it will carry me back to the machine's heart.
Beast! Creature! Where are my children? Where are my children?
So this is one of the beings stuff. I wonder if he created one that was so human-like that,
Oh, maybe.
and obviously he doesn't remember anything except for key things like his plans for the machine and his children.
I guess it clearly his children. So that was chapter 12. Chapter 12 is fairly short.
Farming the world. I saw the detritus of this so-called progress. I saw starvation and disease. I saw rubbish floating in the harbor. We are ruiners, all of us, and we make the world unclean.
Guys, let me know. Is the game too loud? Because I feel like it kind of is.
For those of you that are still here.
Title drop.
Title drop. Machine for pigs. Yeah. I had a feeling they were gonna do that.
Yeah.
They didn't do that in Dark Descent, though, did they?
I think they did.
They might have
Yeah.
toward the end.
I think
He
they
probably
did.
has something about making a Dark Descent.
I'm pretty sure I remember him title dropping, and I was like, "Oh, that's so epic. That's so deep."
So I looked up heirloom as 2 words, and it came up with this guy, and I don't know who he is. I don't know why it came up.
I don't know, but he was in London, which is where this game is.
It's very strange.
Yeah. Let me know how the audio is. If it's too loud or too quiet.
Counterattack! I have returned an angel of vengeance, a saboteur once more. I will find a way to stop this vast enterprise of slaughter. Enough destruction opened the heart before, confused the machine enough to spring its locks and secret doorways. I must cause it great shock, stab its eyes, poke hot wires into its ears, hammer to its teeth, and push glass into every orifice. Then it will gasp, and in that gasp I will scuttle into its throat and stab its heart from inside. It's made an alien crust, and it looks like squishy things.
Oh god, I wish that were me. Except for fruits.
It's like an apple and an orange.
Yeah,
It's cute.
it is.
It's probably the most wholesome of both that I've seen.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
Even though those are inherently wholesome. Go through the door on the other side of the stairs. Sure. Back we go. We're going open. So open the door and go to your right. Go through the door. Go through the door at the other side of the stairs. Press the button to open the vault door. Oh, I didn't see this. I did, but I went that way.
Oh, okay. Mantis must be
Yeah, it's Oswald Mandus.
Will they be
Go right
free?
or left, you'll end at the bottom of some
Yes,
stairs.
my friend. Drained and bled and freed from the prison of the flesh. Free to ascend as smoke to the stars.
And the good, the worthy, how will we save them?
Show me these worthy, Mandus. Show me these good. I do not see them.
the outfits.
I don't know. Oh yeah.
Since an opportunity for my first strike, competing is caused the larger object should jam the portal, causing a pressure buildup that will split the pipe from it.
I thought so too.
Can you read this note that's here, or is it not?
This one.
No, this thing.
Oh. Oh,
Oh,
you
you
can.
can.
Nice.
October 27th, 1899. Then upstairs to bed, to toss and turn on bloated stomachs, to copulate and puke upon Chai's... Is it supposed to say lounge? Four-poster a dressing table. And collapse at last into the engulfing mattress, drunk and drugged and fat and stupid and senseless. And spring the trap, man piggies, spring the trap. At a pull of a lever, a set of hydraulic pistons and gears are fired, resulting in 3 walls of steel bars dropping from the ceiling via the canopy to cage the product into the bed, preventing escape. The entire bed is then tilted backwards into the wall by a powerful spring mechanism, also fed by the hydraulics. The pressure for the system is created as a byproduct of the vacuum evisceration system employed for mass production elsewhere on the pig line, In this way, we have created our very own bottled revolution, for the movement of the masses is a causal factor in the extermination of the rich. I don't know what this guy's talking about most of the time.
I don't either.
It's hard to, like,
Understand
what he's saying.
Yeah.
Especially since it's mostly, like manic rambling. So did they turn everyone into pigs, or did they let the pig monster eat everyone? What?
I think neither.
I don't know. They turned certain people into pigs as, like, it was like experimentation on animals for...
They experimented on pigs.
They experimented on pigs to
Do something.
do some sort of science for the sake of production. And this is during a time where animal rights were basically non-existent.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Which makes it okay.
Which, for the time period, yes.
Go back to where you first opened the vault door and climb the ladder. Okay.
And obviously, this is, like, ultra fucking, so.
Of course. Take a shower.
Water monsters?
I don't think so. Right now.
Very strange that the
I know,
water
yeah.
monsters exist in this game, though. Because it made sense for Brennenburg, because we knew that Alexander experimented on people and things and could be turned into a water monster. But it doesn't explain why there would be one here.
I think it was literally just like, hey, remember the first game? Danger, Compound X, no naked flames, no unshielded electrics. Chemical X, don't want to make any Powerpuff Girls.
I didn't think of that.
Oh. There she is.
Hey!
Blossom. Did you know that Bubbles speaks Spanish?
Really?
She goes, ay! John, what's the thing? I always forget the first part of it, but I know it ends with es muy peligroso. I always forget.
Yeah, for him to tell you.
Yeah. Grab the spotlight and point it to the glass container. Grab the spotlight and point it to the glass container in the middle. El gato en mis pantalones. ¡Ay! I'm sorry, did you explain what you asked about James was talking to me? Oh, we were playing Kingdom Hearts. Well, John was playing Kingdom Hearts. And, what was it? I was
I like
playing...
that picture, Anthony, thank you.
John was playing Kingdom Hearts, and James and Lauren were downstairs too, and you were upstairs. And I said
No,
something.
that's not what you're talking about, the Spanish thing, just now.
I'm sorry. Did you explain what you asked about? Oh, okay. There was that thing. There's that thing you always say in Spanish, and I forget how it starts, but it ends with "es muy peligroso," and I forget what it is. What is it? But still, I want to tell the story. We were downstairs, and John's playing Kingdom Hearts, and for those of you that don't know, I love Kingdom Hearts. But I'll also be the first one to say, like, the first game has not aged well. Like, I love the first game, but it has not aged well. And I was basically saying that, like, John was getting frustrated with something. He was like, he said something along the lines of, like, these controls can be annoying. And I was like, yeah, they definitely haven't aged well. Oh, look. I shone the light on that thing, and it made a bunch of electricity, and it, like, electrocuted him. Like,
Well,
electrocuted the
I wouldn't
floor.
go down there.
Well,
Well,
I
there's
can land on
water
the
down
boxes.
there.
I can land on these boxes.
That's because there's water down there. I think.
Yeah. I think I do have to go down here to land on the boxes. Let's see. Yeah. Proceed to the right to find a pigman killed by electrocution. Jump onto the crates. Run and jump to the staircase.
There's nothing else here, I guess.
I don't think so. Yes, it's just everything. Let's see. Flip the switches to their opposite direction. Turn the cranks so they become red. It seems like I'm doing something. Fucking Parkinson's ass game. And Johnson was like, oh yeah, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was like, oh, these controls are annoying. And I was like, yeah, this game has not aged that well. James was like, I think this game is aged great. And I was like, James, trust me. Ow, what the hell?
I know you, machine. I know what you fear. I will rain excrement into your very soul. I will destroy you.
You are too late, Manders. My great works are almost begun.
Turn around and go into the tunnels, go all the way to the end and into the tripery. Here we are back in the tripery with the white vans. You can go down the ladder and you say, it sounded more like Tommy Ladue. Actually, no, not really. Here's a note. I am gay.
December 2nd, 1889. Walking away from those temples, that small pile of stones under the rhododendrons. The skulls of innocents under the loose clod, headless rib cages in the cool stone behind the altars, 3,000 miles apart. I trace back my life to this instant, brain channels eroded in ancient stone, the toxins are already in this damp, this falling water. I hack and retch and vomit into the sink and grasp the bowl with both hands and stare. There in the plug hole, as clear as day, a toy spine, clockwork and intricate like a child's spine, but clockwork. How could that be? How could a child's spine be made of clockwork? I washed it carefully and placed it into the mantelpiece. By the egg I laid myself, under the garden where the children's skulls are buried. I call it my Mexico.
Fucking psycho. Oh, hello. Hello, my god.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, he's like playing with toys.
No, I recognize what because it's what the other one was doing.
Yeah, he keeps knocking him over. Look at him.
Yeah.
What that's a really good animation.
Yeah.
I say with
All
my
of these
voice
notes
full
are
of
insinuating that like the children are dead, or maybe they've been dead the whole time. I don't know. And like he's like losing his mind because his wife and children are dead, maybe. I don't know. The path to the triper, it is critically injured now. I am sure of that. It jeers no more. I feel it shudder around me, a wounded animal pressed flat to the ground. I feel it is afraid of me, and I hate it all the more as I hate myself for unleashing it. My head pounds with blood, my teeth vibrate, I retch and burn with fever. I am an angel of death, descending to smother the firstborn for the death of the two that came after. So the children are dead. But how did they die?
I am here again, at the foot of those stairs, towards the red light of the nursery, sunset in the window like a bleeding sky, the horizon a slit throat, the seeping dark to drain the guilt from us. I am the jaguar-faced man. I am the feathered serpent.
He's a
This
furry.
priesthood is mine.
Is this his house?
Looks like it, yeah.
Who is that?
This is my theory. I think he accidentally turned his kid into pigs or something.
Yeah, we talked about this last
Looking
time.
like a schnack. I can feel Ronnie's anger from here.
I'm not even thinking about you right now, actually. I'm trying to figure out what the
I can
fuck.
meet him, your great engineer. How marvelous. I must say, Mr. Manders, my excitement...
Dirty
is
double L.
significant. Yes, I can see that. Step this way, Professor. I will be right behind you. Manders. Manders, where the devil are you? I can't see a damn thing. Manders!
Ow!
We are the pigs, Professor. They are all the pigs.
So deep. Oh, this is blood.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It looks like blood.
Brody. Classic
my
children.
God.
You'll meet your children at the end. Shingeki no children. Oh, it's just a big thing of blood. Oh, I'm in like a river of blood now.
I climb in stillness now. Blue water runs in my veins, now I am clean. I carry the knife of this factory, the bowl of this mill. I am come to collect you from your fields and your furnaces. I will gather you into the white clouds. I will gather you to me, and I will take you home.
Oh, how my lamp is literally not doing anything right now.
It's too many bullets. I think.
Oh, here we go. This is one. Oh. Alright. Chapter 14. The veil lifts, the bride is waiting. Man, this spooky, yeah.
It is very spooky. The man eats the pig, and the pig is eaten by the machine, and the man is eaten by the machine. This is
Nothing. I was gonna read it in the Chill's voice. The man eats the pig.
Please stop.
Chapter 14. You know, I probably should have just saved it for next chapter, but... Okay. Yeah, we're almost done. We're getting there.
Mucho Spooko.
Don't say that. It's racist.
It's not racist, it's funny.
That's true.
My gears are adjust. My steed.
I'm gonna delete my last quote and add that as a quote that you said.
No, please.
The egg, the atom, my soul, and there will be a very great burning that we might make the world clean. Be proud, for this is your doing. Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture. You have made me, and I will make the world anew.
Machine talking.
Maybe.
My dreams I walk with my children. I walk tunnels where no human has trod before, I am sure of that. It is just me and him now. Frost forms on my coat sleeves, the deathly still and the freezing air tell me I am close.
Why did you take my children?
Madness. Of all the blood we have spilled together, the first drops fell from your hands alone.
Then I am damned from first, and everything is lost.
Oh.
The AI of these pig monsters has been significantly worse than I remember it being.
What do you mean?
Like, there's the one that, like, just wasn't working. A lot of them were, like, in the first game when they chase you, they don't really let up.
Yeah.
I've had multiple times where I start getting chased, and then after, like, 5-10 seconds of running,
they're just
They
like,
just
gone.
like give up, or they like get stuck on something, I assume, and like.
Yeah, monsters have seemed to be significantly less of a threat.
Yeah,
In this game.
that's I guess that's the best way to put it. Is they just feel less of a threat. But there was definitely that one that was bugged. It just wasn't moving. That scared me though, because I like turned right and he was like right in my face, and I was like, oh, he's not doing anything.
He wasn't doing anything though, so he definitely scared. It scared us, but
Yeah.
like he was stuck out.
Okay, once at the bottom, go around the left corner and open the gate. Go into maintenance access. And just maintenance access. Take the door on the right. Take a right again through the automatic door. Nicey. Walk towards the machine to the left and push the lever forward. No? Mama! Mama Luigi!
Waiting to see how long it's gonna take.
I like that voice even though it hurts. Oh, ow. The Tesla pig will make its entrance. Oh, spoilers. He can go invisible. What? Activate a machine on the opposite side. Whoa! Whoa, he looks cool though. Damn, he's so cool looking. That's the coolest thing in this game so far.
He's all glowy and like.
And he can go invisible.
Cool.
Oh no, I'm not. God damn it.
Now you're dead.
Okay, well, apparently if you just kind of like sprint to it as fast as you can, you'll be fine.
Yeah, if you.
Damn, he looks so cool. A Tesla pig? Damn. Yeah, that's the coolest thing in this game so far. At least
Yeah, so just
to
like
me.
run over there and then.
Jeez, that sounds like fucking. No, it sounds like a Smash reveal when it like the letters fly in. It's like blah blah blah. Tesla pig charges into battle.
Oh, he's right there. He wasn't there before.
Skadoosh. I can tell by his footsteps, but like this audio is off, so it makes it. Got he.
Is he dead?
Hey. That's a good question. I think so. Yeah, it seems like it. When you push the lever, the pigman will go away. Continue through the door to the right of the second machine. Damn. I like that a lot. To the right of the second machine. Is this
Unless
the
that's the second machine.
Maybe.
Well, that's not right. That was on the left side. If it's on the right of this machine, it'd be over here.
Oh.
So.
I just like looked at this wall and I was like, nothing here. Okay, cool. Is that my phone?
Yeah,
Oh.
it must be.
Going through the gate on the left. I think that's right. No, here we go. That's not really the. God damn it! No, I'll turn around. Yeah, this would be the left from when I
So,
entered.
yes.
Yeah. Reach the end of the hallway and go into the south tower. Okay. Chapter 15.
Among the spirits, I deny you. I am not your chattel. I will not pure
Oh
operator.
my God,
the monkey,
Tyler,
the
stop.
monkey to your organ grinder. Is he just messaging you?
Oh. Okay, I won't scroll up, thank you. He did it on purpose. Never mind, you're good.
He sent some.
Add the quote, that guy is sweet. I don't remember what I said.
What was it? Don't scroll up. I sent that to my girlfriend or something.
No, he said don't scroll up. It's a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
So he sent me like a million things to cover it. Oh, Burger King, foot lettuce.
Well, at least he cares enough about you. And at least he's changed with his spoiling things. Because he spoiled episode 7 of Star Wars for Joe immediately after he said, I don't want spoilers, I'm going off the internet. And then he messaged it to him before he went off the internet. And he was fucking pissed. And he was just like, I literally just said don't do that. Like... I
made that
like,
post
why?
I made where I was like, I know there's Smash Ultimate leaks. I don't want to see them. I made that like for Tyler mostly.
Yeah, and like
and I
he felt bad, and he was basically like, "Well, you said things, so I did the opposite." And it's just like, yeah, but I didn't fucking want spoilers because Star Wars is like my favorite thing, and that's part of the reason why I didn't like Tyler for a really long time.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, because it's like a really shitty thing to do to somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is why, like, if I say I don't want spoilers for something,
only to save you, only to spare you. I would have given my soul to spare you this world and its loan.
You can't even pick up this block. Jeez. So the saying this game is polished up.
What have I become? My sins washed clean.
Yeah, this is when you asked what's on the floor.
Oh,
Is
there's
it
a
teddy
note.
bear? Oh, is there? Oh, you're right. They don't really glow that much.
28th December 1899. Memories, they surface like bloated bodies rising to the scum of the Thames. I looked at them, covered in the blood of their dead mother, little piglets squalling in their swaddling, and my heart once was filled with a great love and a consuming hate I could never have imagined. At that point did my soul split, creating him. Was this the egg of my soul? The moment the great clock began to tick is the only path to redemption to join us together again, to make myself whole, to close the great circle and take that madman into my heart once more and forgive him. And myself as well.
I love you, my darlings, and I am sorry. I am sorry for all I have done. I simply loved you all too much for this world.
Mandus is alone. I search for instruction, for advice, for help in my goals, but in return the system mocks me. Simpleton, it says you must find your own answers now.
Dude, it's like my favorite game. Thomas is alone.
I think Thomas was alone, but...
Oh, I think you're right.
Point of return, I think.
Mandus, put aside your misguided crusade and let me save them. You may hate me, Mandus, but I have seen the future, your 20th century, and let me tell you this, a far greater slaughter awaits you there. I seek to save the world by blood now, before millions fall beneath history, pushed under by blade, bullet, and gas.
I just went in a circle.
I can't really make sense of where anything is.
I can't either, because it's really dark.
Is this 15 or 16?
This is 15. It's this chunk. pretty sure this is where I came in from, and it locked behind me. Oh, let's see. I was literally just right there on the other side of this gate.
Here's something.
Yeah, I think it might be a Tesla pig. But maybe not. I can't really tell.
It's all like very the same looking.
Yeah, I think I accidentally like fucked up, and I mean I'm clearly going the right way because he was talking,
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
yeah, I lost where I am in the walkthrough. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, I know where I am. I know where I am. There was a Tesla
Although-
pig in there. Okay, I know
What's
where I
the
am.
explanation for getting warped
I
somewhere?
don't know. It says
I
you will
don't know
get
if
warped
it's-
into a completely different room with a Tesla pig waiting ahead. Lure him into one side, then quickly go through the other to avoid him. Remember to use your ears. When you reach the end, you'll be warped back. Look for the ladder to your left and go up. Oh no, this is where I'm getting warped in. Okay. One side. Oh, there he is. Excuse me, my friend. You're too slow. Oop. Come on, don't step it up.
Oh,
Shit. I thought that was...
yeah.
No, come on.
I'm confused. This is where you're supposed to go.
It just said once you reach the end, you'll be teleported back.
What's teleporting you, or is it just you're insane?
No idea. Okay. I would assume I'm just insane, but I don't really know.
There's very little that like makes sense with this one.
Yeah, it feels that way.
I'm trying to like piece things together.
It's one of those artsy
'Cause I-
fartsy games.
Because I'm trying to like piece the story together because that's the only thing I really care about with this game is the story.
Oh, there we go.
And it was easier to like piece things together with Dark Descent
Yeah,
because it was also longer and like took its time more,
Yeah.
but not in like a bad way.
Yeah.
You stuck?
Yeah, I can't go up anymore. Okay, that was weird.
That was very weird.
I was like getting stuck. Okay. Search, you'll find 4 glass devices, touch them all, and then go back down. Uno. No, a 1, a 2, a 3. I was just saying, I like the noise it's making. It's like Rayman Legends. every time you finish a world in Rayman Legends, there's like a chase sequence where you chase one of the teensies, and then he gets stuck, and you punch him, and he gets launched into like a crater in the moon, and each world fills up another crater in the moon, and it like people on the moon will be like poking the teensies that get stuck, and it like makes sounds, and once you get all 6 of them, it makes like a song.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah. Free teleports. I'll take one to Lumbee, please. Yeah, can I get one to Fally, please? It's RuneScape.
I have you now, creature. I will destroy you.
Stop him! Stop him! Kill him!
It is over. It is time to end this madness.
It's time to end the madness.
Who's this?
It's Daniel in
Why is he
disguise.
able to talk to you from no matter where you are?
Go back to... Where's the... Oh, okay, well...
That's
Never mind. I was
weird.
gonna say, where's the ladder, but found it. Go to the center of the room.
God help me. I am lost.
This game is literally about to be over. This is the last chapter. Shingeki no description. We have probably like I don't know, not even 10 minutes left. I don't know how long the ending itself is, but I would imagine not that long. Because they don't really do cutscenes in these games, which I appreciate.
Why?
I thought they don't do cutscenes. I think it's more interesting to just be involved rather than sit there and watch a cutscene.
There were sort of cutscenes in the first one.
Kinda. You still mostly have control of Daniel the whole time you do it, though.
I guess.
Sorry, I'm all at a loss.
What?
Law runes in RuneScape. You need them to make certain to give portals, because you need runes in order to cast spells. That's like a reagent, basically.
Listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world.
So I'm assuming this is the machine talking to me.
Mandus, please. I am no more evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives. Mandus, stop. Think about what you were doing for your children, Mandus.
Do not speak like my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. You sacrificed them at the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud, on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the harm to come. That is the vision we share. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You know that I are ones. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
I'm guessing there's only one ending to this game.
I believe so, yeah. What?
You're just going
Yeah.
forward. Whoa.
It's the temple with the orb. Pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be.
What, really?
I think, yeah. Because they talked about him finding one in this game too.
And bone, and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal
Can you use your
fallout.
lantern?
I have dug trenches for the refugees.
I tried.
I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into fame. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Manders, trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Manders. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
So is the heart of the machine actually this temple, and in which case are those the orbs?
I don't know.
I wonder.
Those kind of look like orbs. Those two.
Looks like those are like the orbs.
Yeah.
Please, Manders, no. For your children.
Oh, there's a pig mask. And we sit in the seat. And we yeet!
The children's
Yeet the
toys are-
Michonne. This is the end. I gotta push the button now. Ready to do the honors. Press R2. Ronnie, you beat the game. I have no idea what's going on. I don't either. Kind of cool though. Ah, it's so loud.
R.I.P. anyone with epilepsy.
Yo, press F. If you're epileptic, press F. Hooray, we did it. Yeet. Press R2 to meet respect. Yeet. Scheme. Pretty epic. So he destroyed the machine in order to save the piggies.
I don't think that that's exactly right. But
Well, he destroyed the machine. The other part
is that
I made
what
up.
getting in?
I lay there and watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. The church bell ringing out. And in that moment, the new century was born.
That's a meat processing factory.
Resident Sleeper. I bet.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, me too.
I might
Fucking
have
Chinese room just makes artsy fartsy games. Alright, time to read the plot on Wikipedia. Yeah, the whole time
Yeah,
I was like,
I was literally like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up a plot synopsis.
yeah, I was
Do
like,
you want to just do that and explain what happened?
sure. Amnesia, a machine,
Machine.
machine for wankers, for pigs, plot,
Synopsis.
explained. Story explained with chronological events. Amnesia, a machine for pigs. I love spoilers for Machine for Pigs ending. What just happened? Oh gosh, this is... Oh god. Okay. Shut the fuck up, credits. The end.
We should probably read the whole thing, though, just so we...
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Let me just... Trying to get something silent. Here. I'll just... Alright.
Now you just
More
have to look
discussions.
at
This
our-
game is a scam.
Oh, I forgot to do this. Dude, I'm gonna fall. I meant to do this before the stream started, but I guess I'll do it now when it's ending.
Alright, so... I guess we'll explain the plot now. I'm on a Steam thread that someone made.
Story explained with chronological events. Do you want me to read it?
I'll read it because I have
Okay.
the mic. The details explained here are set in their chronological... Or actually, hold on first.
Okay. What are you doing?
You'll see.
Okay.
Oh, I almost hit the mic. Big camera. Yes, good. Okay, so now we still have chat and everything.
Okay.
That was the whole point.
Yes, good.
Okay. The details explained here are set in their chronological... Nice Hyper Potion shirt, by the way. Thanks, man. I love this shirt. I love Hyper Potions. Details explained here are set in their chronological order, following the dates provided by the different journals' notes. November 1898. Mandus is a local butcher, which is the main character. His wife died from child labor complications years before, something he holds deep regret over. He invests all his money into buying a meat factory, but because the technology he was using wasn't understood well by the general populace, the banks refuse him credit. He gets into debt and expects lawyers to knock on his door at any time. He views his machine as a work in progress. What are these two arms compared to the multitude that can be applied without pay, without tire, by adapting the mechanisms we find in the looms and the mills? At this point, he has no evil intentions.
Do you want to swap off reading parts of it?
No, I'll just read
Oh,
it.
you
It's
want to
fine.
read the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So this is, just buckle up, this is long.
It's not too bad. Not that bad.
I'm actually gonna... No, it's fine. February 1899. Money seems to flow again, and things started getting better for Mandus. He travels to Mexico with his children and visits the Aztec ruins. Let's see. What is this? Oh, buckle up. Once there, he becomes fascinated by the human sacrifice rituals performed during the Aztec era. Then March 1899. Mandus is now back in London, but sick. He probably caught a tropical disease during his previous travels. He has servants at this point, a sign that he is financially well off. He dreams of a great machine. He kills all his servants and buries their cadavers under flowers in his garden. He states that he wanted to recraft them. Obviously, Mantis is under the influence of an orb that he got from his travel to Mexico, just like Daniel did in the first game. Obviously, Mantis is under the influence of an orb he got from his travels to Mexico. He wrote, "I can only hear the voice from within the gentlest of stones. Then we came to London, and I set it upon the mantelpiece."
Oh, he got the orb. That's what
Yeah.
the mantelpiece thing was about.
The Amnesia wiki about the orb states, Mandus recovered an orb from a ruined Aztec temple in Mexico. He was uninitiated, and the orb fractured and shattered into two. Consequently, this was so powerful, it also split Mandus's own soul into two as well. So that's the other person he's talking to,
So
probably.
it's his other half. It's
Yeah.
literally just him. I thought it sounded like the same voice actor, but it was just like the one is more aggressive sounding than the
Yeah.
other.
The two orb halves bled so madness they revealed unto him all the horrors of the wars and genocide to come in the 20th century.
So, like, the Holocaust and stuff,
Yeah.
probably.
He went insane and murders his own children rather than endure them living in such dark, evil times. Mourning, he took the 2 orb shards back to England to use them to power the machine and remake the world. This statement, however, contradicts the alleged date of death of the children, which is supposed to happen after October. Currently, this is March 1899. The orb is actually set up inside the machine, and it is possible that the orb had its own purposes. It was actually trying to establish its power in the real world, this dimension in parentheses. The ultimate goal being to wipe all mankind from the surface of Earth, as stated from audio notes. Now, April 1999, Mandus receives a crate from his uncle. It was a heavily deformed human body, probably a grunt from the Dark Descent. Credits Mr. Bonnie. So the grunt is like the ragdoll monsters. It seems to have been affected by the power of the orb and even by the ethereal shape of his uncle, the character from the Dark Descent. I smell the orb upon him and suspect my great uncle's presence in his curious condition.
Which is probably Alexander.
Yeah, probably. After studying the body, he discovered it could be used to manipulate biological processes in humans. However, he decides to use pigs as an experimental subject instead. Men are difficult to control and rotten with sentimentality. No, we require a new creature for chattels, loyal, clever, strong, and easily sated. May 1899, the pigs used for the experiments seem to have evolved into intelligent creatures. Mandus thinks about providing them a god in order to form some sort of religion. They will happily accept fealty to a god thrust upon them, and worship it thus given. In this, I realize they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. June 1899. Mandus is sick from his travels to Mexico, possibly from a tropical disease. He's weakened, has strong fevers and nightmares, but is very determined to work on his machine. He seems to start acting psychotic towards his children. I hear my children playing in the attic, but it fills me with terror, not love. What desperate thoughts are these? And that's the beginning, I think. Hey, you could make a religion out of this.
Yeah.
July 1899. Mandus continues his research and begins working on a mysterious compound of 1 part Brennenberg infusion vitae to 1 part orgone monad dispersal. It seems that the compound is able to reanimate dead bodies. August 1899. Some of his first test subjects, mutated pigs, escape from the machine into the sewers. The machinery seems faulty. In some areas where the air is hot, the temperature seems to provoke undesirable effects on the creatures. They live sporadically, torn from one world to the other and back again in violent, unpredictable bursts. For a few seconds, they are creatures of this world, then they are torn away and cease to have physical form. This vicious ripping back and forth between worlds has driven them quite insane. As a result, the areas where the creatures resided were sealed. During the same month, Mandus continues experimenting with Compound X. While experimenting on a dog, he found that drowning a living being to death permitted resurrection without side effects. The product was so strong that the severed head of a man recently trampled to death by a runaway carriage, immersed in a solution of the Brennenberg compound, opened his eyes and cried, "Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where is my body? We are breaking through the barriers of death itself." The day after the experiment, Mandus prepared the new workers who arrived. Out of pity, he drugged them to keep them calm, then sent them into his machine of madness, where they endured a transformation. We have removed all the mirrors. After the process, it is their reflections that trouble him the most. He viewed them as poor souls that were now his children. At a moment in the game, you can stare at a functional automated line where bodies are hooked and dismembered. I remember that. The bodies were probably remembered with various parts from both pigs and humans, then given life back with the compound. He also goes on to explain how he employed children to clean the pipes. They would later be fed to the pigs. October 1899. Mandus improves his meat fabrication procedures. 5 notes cover the manufacturing of the product, including details on the bleeding line, evisceration, energy recycling, and temper control. What were these products? Human beings. The note is priceless. More efficient and less visible to picking off stragglers and strays is the removal of entire communities in one swoop. Let the ground open under them and fall to the maw. Last month, by activating the doors at shortly after midnight on a balmy Saturday, 57 individual products were obtained in a single catch. I have instructed the workhouse to begin plans for a street festival before the end of the summer, to pack out the narrow lanes or the teeming throng, I don't know what that means, with hundreds of pairs of feet. We have begun to assemble a network of false streets and have extended the holding pens in preparation. A second pig line will be added to enable the system to cope with the increase in traffic. The massive killings went unnoticed, just how Mandus expected. No one misses the poor. Round up some orphans, and the world will thank you for it. Disappear a whore, and a gentleman applauds you. Call a beggar, and a lady walks safely again. He started growing hatred for rich people. I have plans for them all. We will feed them, and then we will feed from them. At the same time, Mandus implies that Jack the Ripper was actually the pigman. When they stalked the Ripper, he was often called to pontificate upon lacerations and missing organs. About the professor, he then wrote, I may even introduce him to Jack, or his sons at least. So I remember at one point they were saying Jack, and I was thinking maybe it's Jack the Ripper, but I wasn't sure.
I don't remember that, but
I do, but I heard them say Jack, and then
So this implies that Jack the Ripper, as a part of history, was actually his pig people going out and like killing people and then bringing them back.
Apparently. And December 1899, Mandus seems to isolate himself more. A professor from a club Mandus used to be a member of visits him. He soon grows suspicious and starts to think that the professor was there to investigate Mandus's doings and to check if he was mentally okay. It is implied that Mandus kills the professor after the visit. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because he's just like, he's like, oh, you'll show me like your engineer or whatever. Mm-hmm. He's just like, yeah, and then he shuts the lights off and kills him. It seems like. And I
remember him in a note saying like, oh, someone's coming to visit me today. I have to just put up with it.
I have
and
to
wait
put
for
up
him
with it because if I refuse, then they'll know it's suspicious.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
That was at like the very beginning of the game.
Yeah. 3 days after the professor's visit, Mandus starts to think about his actions. The player then begins the game on December 29th, just before the new century. So this is right when you start the game. Everything else that we've read so far is notes that you pick up through the game, take place on different dates, and this thing I'm reading arrange them in chronological order and kind of helps to explain them.
Yeah.
So, this is where you start the game, December 29th, just before the new century, and it says, Death of the Children. How exactly Mandus killed his children is not clear. They were around 8 or 10 and were still alive in October 1899, according to the journal notes, which, however, is contradictory to some other notes. They used to play in forbidden areas and even witness the pigs, which were dangerous. The orb, see month of March, told him that they would be killed in the coming conflicts of the next century, and that it would be better to mercy kill them now than to have them live in such a world. The exact date of the death of the children during his travel in Mexico or between October and December is an open debate. The way Mandus killed his kids probably has to do with the Aztec sacrifice rituals and the precious eagle cactus fruit. The scene where the two kids pull their hearts out of their chests would support/hint at that.
Yeah.
And indeed, the last note where Mandus spoke of his children was from December 1st. The spoon was the same you gave your twins. Then you used it to dig a hole to their clockwork souls, and you ate up their hearts like soup on the way to keep you fat. Fat little mole, where will you dig next, I asks you. And your little silver spoon made from the silver spine of your children and wrapped in the hair of your dearly departed.
Oh my god, are there more pages?
No, I don't think so. Let's see. It's written by this guy. No, it doesn't look like it.
No, well, no, go up. What is this?
This is pages of comments.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, there you go.
So, basically, the whole time he's trying to find his children is he doesn't remember anything. So you're just trying to piece it together. So basically he starts off poor, ends up gaining wealth, and he starts going crazy and, like, doing evil shit after he gains the orb. So, and ends up sacrificing his children rather than have them live
through the 1900s.
But then he doesn't remember that, and the voice that is his other half starts trying to get him to do shit.
Yeah, which makes sense too, because when we went up and sat in that machine to finally destroy the machine, it had 2 pieces of the orb, so that would be both of them.
Yeah.
Obviously. So yeah.
So it seems like he basically just, like, stays down there to die. I mean, he doesn't really have anything left.
And he destroyed the machine. So yeah, this seems to pretty much be what we just read. Makes perfect sense to me. I like how I'm looking at this other one, and the very last thing he wrote was, "Yeah, what the heck? What the hell?"
Yeah, this is too much.
Yeah.
That Steam one is...
Seems pretty thorough.
It's less cohesive than the first game was, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
The whole game kind of just, like, explains itself as you go along.
Mm-hmm.
This one is more speculation, and one of the comments I saw was someone saying that they think that the whole game is meant to be, like, a metaphor for the turning of the century during that time. Because people did a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Not obviously to this extent, but...
Right, yeah.
So it seems like basically the gist of it is this guy owned this factory and then went insane after coming into contact with the orb, and then started doing, like, sacrifice shit when he came back because he was insane now. Because he says, like... I didn't realize what he was talking about when he talks about, like, recrafting the servants. I assumed it was something weird, but I didn't really know. But evidently he kills them all and buries them somewhere.
Seems that way.
And then, like, he makes it sound like the children are sacrificed back in Mexico at that, like at the altar or whatever, but he brings their skulls back, which doesn't make sense because how can you just bring skulls back is a question, which is just gross.
You could skin
and
them.
like he like brings their skulls back and buries them in the garden, and then kills all the servants when he comes back without his children.
So moral of the story, don't have kids.
Yeah, that's it.
They'll drive you insane and become pigs.
Don't fuck with weird orbs.
That too.
In Aztec,
Look,
Mexico.
kids, if you ever see an orb on the street, don't pick it up. That's like there was a Super Mega where they were heading. I forget where they were. They were talking about in the Super Mega podcast, and they were at some airport in like some other country, and the sign said like, in your bags, no guns, no liquid, and then it said no crystal balls. Don't touch a stranger's orbs yet, even if they're his 2 beautiful butt cheeks. Well, actually, especially if they're his 2 beautiful butt cheeks, don't touch them. That's no good.
So yeah, Machine for Pigs very confusing.
Yeah, it's
not as good.
It's artsy fartsy.
But not even in a good way.
Yeah.
It's like Dear Esther.
Is
supposed
also
to be
very,
really good.
Yeah, Dear Esther is also very artsy fartsy.
But I've heard nothing but good things about that game, and nothing but good things about Dark Descent. And
Definitely
then,
Dark Descent, yeah.
And then you put these two these two companies together, and it was just terrible. It seems like. I mean, it wasn't the worst game.
I wouldn't say
ever,
it's terrible,
but it was.
it's
very,
not great.
Like, it
First
wasn't
one's much
obvious where
better.
you were supposed to go. A lot of the text was hard to read just because of the language they use. Because I think they were trying too hard to make it sound like old.
Yeah, I agree.
When it was like easier to like make sense of the language from 200 years previous, which doesn't make any sense. And then it's just, I liked the tie-ins to like the other stuff, as I felt like it needed to like tie back, but then there were like little things like here and there, but it wasn't clear enough to like make sense because a lot of it is just Mandus babbling.
Pretty
metaphor. So.
I came at the end of this story. Don't worry. If you came at the beginning or the end, it would make about the same amount of sense.
We finished the game and now we're explaining it because we looked up a plot synopsis
Yeah,
because neither of us knew what was going on.
It was one of those things, as I was playing, I was like, I can't wait to watch a YouTube video on this later, breaking it down. Because as of right now, I don't understand.
I might look something up, like a video, to see if somebody explains it, because it might explain it in more detail than we just read.
Yeah.
Also.
Probably. But yeah. There you go. We played both Amnesia games.
Well, it was neat anyway.
Happy Halloween. Woo! Clarke SCREAMS. Ow!
Alright. We're done.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll most likely be live on Wednesday. But get spook.
That's racist.
Exactly. Yeah, don't say that, dude. Fuck off. Bye, friendos.
friendos.
Night.
Bye, Anthony. I'll see you tomorrow if you're at work.
Hold on, though.
What are you doing? Are you just... Anthony and I found that video
I know, I
together
love
a long
this
time
video.
ago.
You showed it to me.
Did I?
Yeah.
I love it.
Best way to end. Peaceful skeleton realm attack.
I don't know what this music is from.
I don't either, but I like it.
I like how the skeleton just walks into the helicopter.
And with that, happy Halloween.
Goodbye.